Many people in Britain will, of course, want to help Ukrainian refugees. So we will make it easier for Ukrainians already living in the UK to bring their relatives to our country. And though the numbers are hard to calculate, they could be more than 200,000. And if the worst happens, and President Zelensky's government is no longer able to function in Kiev, we must prepare to support them whatever happens in the weeks ahead. And we should recognize that this crisis will impose costs on ourselves and on our electorates, that sanctions have consequences for us as well as for Russia. And no step is free from risk. And whatever the difficulties ahead, and they may be considerable, this is now the moment for Europe to do something that is long overdue, and that is finally to wean ourselves off dependence on Russian oil and gas, and in the long term, reduce our reliance on fossil fuels from any source at all. All of us must proceed with wisdom and care and moderation. We have a duty to ensure that this crisis does not spread any further. But if we are to have any chance of ending this nightmare, then Putin must understand that his savagery will be met with unrelenting economic pressure, and that the West will be united in supporting Ukraine, and that we are ready for a prolonged crisis. I have no doubt that if the West can maintain the extraordinary unity that we have shown so far, if we can press ahead with the strategy we have set out of international, economic, humanitarian and diplomatic assistance to Ukraine, along with defensive weapons, then Putin's venture will ultimately fail. The path ahead will require patience and resolve, and we must be rational in our response and recognize that Russia is capable both of misunderstanding and misrepresenting what we say. And yet I will not waver in my conviction that however long it takes, a sovereign and independent Ukraine will emerge once again. Because Putin has stubbed his toe and tripped on a giant and immovable fact, which is no matter how many troops and tanks he sends, the Ukrainians desire to live in a free and independent country, which is something I think Poles will immediately understand. And in this desire, the UK will always give them our wholehearted support.